Welcome to TLG Radio, Transformative Leadership Group's snippet radio station. Hi, and thank you for joining us today. My name is Ron McIntyre, and I am the president of Transformative Leadership Group and your story changer for the day. Our topic today is session 201419, Fought Optimism, and this comes from John Maxwell. Now, this is an article that was published shortly after the death of Maya Angelou by John Maxwell. I felt it is appropriate on much of the topics that we cover on this station, and so I basically am going to be reciting this as John wrote it. So here it is in its entirety. It starts with one of her poems. It says, "You may shoot me with your words, you may cut me with your eyes, you may kill me with your hatefulness, but still, like air, I will rise." As a child, Maya Angelou was the victim of a brutal assault. After she testified against her abuser, an angry mob hunted him down and beat him to death. Too young to make sense of what had happened, Angelou blamed herself. "My 7.5-year-old logic deduced that my voice had killed him," Angelou recalled, "so I stopped speaking for almost 6 years." Ms. Bertha Flowers, a family friend, who had discovered Angelou's fondness for books, reached out to her. Flowers lovingly but firmly encouraged Angelou to end her self-imposed silence. She shared her library with Angelou on the condition that the young girl would read aloud all of the books that she borrowed. Angelou accepted the bargain, and with the prodding of Miss Flowers, she regained her voice. However, Angelou was also had to regain her spirit. This required the difficult and courageous choice to forgive, and by making it, Angelou discovered that the strength to move on. "Forgiveness is the greatest gift you can give yourself," Angelou attested. "It's not for the other person. I release the man from my care. I don't drag him around by not forgiving him. You must forgive. It's for your own sake to rid yourself of that weight." Angelou would go on to become one of the world's most celebrated poets, her soulful words providing inspiration to thousands of readers. But the most moving and most powerful image she left behind is not in the words she put on paper, but rather in the bravely optimistic way she authored her life. Maya Angelou's example teaches us that optimism is far more than a naive faith in tomorrow. It's an attitude birthed by a series of tough choices. Optimism comes from choosing not to be the victim of unfairness. You may not control all the events that happen to you, but you can decide not to be reduced by them, she said. Optimism comes from choosing to forgive those who have wronged you. She also went on to say, "We cannot change the past, but we can change our attitude toward it. Uproot guilt and plant forgiveness. Tear out arrogance and seed humility. Exchange love for hate, thereby making the present comfortable and the future promising." Optimism comes from choosing to change your perspective on life. Maya says, "If you don't like something, change it. If you can't change it, change your attitude. Don't complain." Now, those are thoughts to ponder. How have you learned to be optimistic in the face of challenging life circumstances? Well, with that pondering thought, we wrap up this short session and say thanks for joining us today for this very unusual recording. If we have touched on something that you would like more information about, please send us an email at ron@transformativeleadership.us. Have a great day, and God bless until we meet again.